Hi all, welcome to the Onshape tutorial on nut bolt assembly. This is a second session of the tutorial. In the first session we have finished the modeling of the bolt portion. Today we are going to do the nut portion, and in the next session we will go for the assembly. Okay, so in the nut portion we will start with a new part studio. All right, so we'll first select the top plane for sketching. We'll select the top plane, right? Right click, view normal to the sketch plane. Then we'll go for the 2D sketch menu. We'll select the inscribed polygon. Click on the center point this and move it. Okay. Click the second point. Make it a hexagon 6, right? Then we can make the dimension, that is this point to this point, that will be 20, right? Then we'll make one more constraint, that is a vertical constraint, this edge to be vertical. Okay, so now it's fully constrained. I'll go for the whole circle. I'll select a circle, click on here, can set the diameter here. Okay, so this should be the minor dia of the bolt. Okay, so the dimension we have to take the minor dia of the hole. Okay, slightly less than the minor dia. Okay, so how can we take the minor dia? We can go to the nut the nut drawing, and you can select this sketch. Okay, so that sketch, the thread profile we have drawn. Okay, you can select that sketch. I click view normal to the right, then you just measure this distance. Okay, so click this and this and find out what is that distance. Okay, so that is 0.8737. okay, so you can just copy this 0.85. okay, up to that point you can copy, Control C, you can copy it and come back to our part studio. Okay, so the current part studio. Okay, so put the dimension of the hole as, so the whole major die is 10. Okay, so 10 minus, I can put 2 into Control V. Okay, so that you can make 0.84, right, slightly less. It should be slightly more. Okay, so that will be 0.6. okay, it should be slightly more than that of the minor dia. Okay, so I put it as 0.6 or even 0.87 you can put. Okay, that's enough. Click. So that hole we finished. All right, so the hole we finished, and now we finish the sketch portion. Okay, now we move for the extrusion. I can make it isometric, then I can go ahead with the extrusion. Okay, so we just select the sketch and we can go ahead with the extrusion. Okay, so the extrusion will be the nut height is actually 9 mm. Okay, so we put it as 9 mm. The height of the nut is 9 mm. Okay, right. So the nut is completed now. The next thing is we want to make the internal thread. Okay, so to make the internal thread, first we will draw a helix in the internal surface. Okay, so you'll just select that surface, then make it as pitch, right? Pitch, and we know the pitch is 1 mm. Okay, so it will be finished. Okay, so you can see the helix is there. Okay, so at this stage you can go ahead with the chamfering of these two faces. One you can select and make it as 1 mm. Okay, and the bottom side also you can select, that also you can keep it as 1 mm. Okay, all right, so that is finished. Okay, the chamfering, we just finished the chamfering. Okay, now we go for the sweep operation. So before sweeping, we want the profile which we want to sweep. Okay, so we want to draw that profile. Okay, so that we will draw on the front plane. You can select the sketch as front plane. All right, then view, normal to the sketch plane. Okay, then I'm going to make it as translucent. Okay, so that I can see the internal things. Okay, so then I see here the V should go towards inside. Okay, so the straight side of the triangle should come first, then we should go internally. So we have to draw a triangle on that orientation. Okay, so we'll select a point here, select like this, and right, so just show me the okay, that all points are there. Right, now I want to make it as an equilateral triangle. For that I will go to the constraint menu and select the equal constraint, click on this one and this one and this one and this one. Okay, so now it become equal. So after that I'm going to make a dimension of this. Okay, that dimension is slightly less than the pitch, that is 0.99. okay, so that I made. Okay, then click, right. So now we want to put this inside the, for that again we want to pierce that triangle inside the helix. Okay, for that again we go to the constraint menu. From there we will select the pierce. Okay, pierce constraint. Okay, click on the pierce constraint, select the any of these top point, click that point and click here. Okay, see, it is now pierced. Okay, so it is pierced and that sketch is fully constrained. Okay, so you can finish the sketch now. Right, now we go ahead with the sweep. Select the sweep feature, then first you want to remove, select the remove, then the face should be our sketch. Okay, sketch 2. Okay, then the sweep path is actually what we have the profile. Our sweep path is the helix. Okay, this helical curve. Okay, so the sweep is finished now. Oh, all right, so the sweep is finished. You can see if you change to the shaded thing, you can see the sweep is finished. Okay, but both side, well, we want to slightly increase the chamfer. Okay, so this is not finished. Okay, so I'm just make a change in the chamfer here. I'll go with the 1.4. okay, right. All right, now chamfering is completed. Okay, and I'll make the curve invisible, so you can see it's perfectly we can see the threads. Okay, right, now the remaining is the chamfering of the hexagon. Okay, so that we want to do here. For that, again I'll go back to the isometric view. Then what I'm going to select is the right plane. Okay, so this corner plane, so that is the right plane. Okay, so I'll select sketch on the right plane, view normal to the sketch. All right, now I have the, you can see the three faces of the hexagon. Then I'll go with the line, just click on this corner. All right, then just slightly move it here, move back here, then go up, finish the triangle. Okay, so after that we'll go for the dimension. Click on this line, click on this line, the angle you put it as 30 degree. Okay, then we have to go with this dimension. All right, the dimension we can make it as 1.4. Okay, so that's finished. Now I'm going to make a copy of this particular profile here also. For that I need an axis which is which I'm going to make as a construction line. Okay, so I'll select the construction line, then slightly move on this line. I can get the midpoint. Okay, so click on that and move it to here also. There also it will show the midpoint. Okay, so that is the axis where we are going to make a mirroring of this particular drawing. Okay, so we'll select the mirror. First we select the mirror axis, then we will select the triangle sides. Okay, that's finished. Now one more thing we need, that is the axis of rotation. Okay, axis for the revolve function. For that again I select a construction line. All right, then I'll just move here and I'll make a axis of rotation for that. Okay, so by that I finish my sketch. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the revolve function. I'll select the revolve function. Remove will be selected, right? Then I will select these sketches. Okay, sketch 1 and this sketch. All right, you can remove that one and you can directly go to the sketch. Okay, so that sketch you can select the construction lines, they won't use it, and the revolve axis you can click on this one. Okay, so it will be revolved. Okay, so smooth chamfering is already done, and you can see the bolt modeling is, the nut modeling is finished. If you make the planes, reference planes in invisible, just make it isometric, you can see our modeling is finished. So the nut bolt assembly, so second tutorial is finished here. The next session will continue with the assembling of this nut and bolt. Thank you.